Hello everybody and welcome back to Stealwing33 Plays Dark Souls 3. I'm Stealwing33 and today we're back. We're back and we're better than ever. We got the Boreal Dancer swords, so I'm feeling pretty good. They are upgraded to +2 if I'm not mistaken. I'm excited to get back into it. There is an optional boss that way, which we're gonna get to later. I'm probably gonna do him post main story basically. Which, you know, is fine. You gotta be careful. So this area is a pain in the ass. In particular, you gotta be careful because these like dudes with the lanterns here, they cast heals and shit on the already annoying pieces of shit asshole guys that these dudes are. So you gotta try to eliminate them if you can, but you gotta be careful because if you ignore the other dudes, then the knights will kick your ass. So, it's kind of a catch-22. You gotta kind of do both, which is a pain in the dick, obviously. The Boreal Dancer swords are pretty decent. They don't do very good damage, which is a symptom of the fact that they're not upgraded super high right now. You can have a +5 Titanite scale weapon at this point in the game, but it requires you to focus, and I did not, because I also upgraded the Farron Greatsword. So these won't be upgraded to +5 until probably after we're done with this part of the game, because we have to go to the Dragon Aviary and shit. And I don't know, if we get into a ton of trouble, like if I literally can't get through this area, I'll switch back to I can have my dark swords and these ones equipped at the same time, which is kind of nice. If we get into a ton of trouble, I'll try to probably switch back and forth as needed, basically, because my darkness swords still do more damage than please, for the love of God. So that buff that they have right in them right now, where they look orange like this, it boosts their damage by a significant amount, and you gotta be very aware of the fact that okay, we're good. We killed the dude, so now there should be less healing going on, which is nice. All right, we're good. We're still good. Damn it! Fucking stance, drink. Yeah, we're getting our ass kicked by this first dude. This first dude is a red-eyed guy, so that is something worth noting. But Jesus Christ, this is not indicative of this being a fun time throughout this area here. This is not going to be a fun time, I don't think. Ow. Ow. Alright, the buff is worn off, finally. So you can kind of see, the Boreal Dancer swords are very flowy, which is nice, because they do have a very nice combo, and they hit very fast. But each sword individually does only a portion of the damage that it says it does. So the sword itself, if we I'll look at the stat screen as soon as I'm done killing this asshole here. The stat screen itself actually lies. It says that the swords do this much damage, but each sword individually does only a portion of the damage. So you can kind of see it does 105, 83, 83. Each sword actually only does 55 damage or something like that. And then each sword does 83 on the one that's covered in darkness, 83 on the one that's covered in fire. So they actually do significantly reduced damage comparatively. In fact, I would actually prefer to use the if we get them upgraded, they turn out really good, because each sword, and it's basically each upgrade we get is actually 2 upgrades, which is why these are worth using at all. Because each individual sword is technically its own weapon. This guy shouldn't be too hard to kill. The buff on him is going to make this slightly harder, but I got scared, and my cowardice is what's causing us to have to fight this guy while he's got a buff on him. Because you can get up the staircase and kill the priest guy before this dude comes around the corner, if you hurry. It also doesn't help that these guys, the Lothric Knights, I know that their armor set has very high fire and darkness resistance on it. It's actually a fairly decent set for fighting the dragons that we end up fighting later in the game here. which, you know, is a thing. The cool part about it, though, is that the weapon skill on this is actually pretty dope. Basically you spin, and if you hit L2 while you're spinning, you continue to spin. So you can do this, and so then you just keep spinning forever. It's kind of fun. I don't know if this weapon's any good, to be honest, but we are going to try to use it, because I made it, and I upgraded it a little bit. Otherwise, we might actually go back to the Fair and Greatsword, to be honest. Don't get me wrong, the twin Cell Swords of Darkness are still super good. Come on. Just do literally anything else, please. Yeah, so like that's kind of cool. It did use up like my entire FP bar to do 200 damage, but you know, it's still a thing. It's still a thing you can do. It's kind of funny. I also missed that item over there, so I'm gonna grab that actually. Which, thank God, I fought this guy in here then, because I would have missed that entirely. Ow! Fucking shields are stupid. There we go. Oh, nope, that didn't kill him. Got him. Alright. Yeah, these things only doing 41's not filling me with confidence right now, to say the least. I really need to get, like I think, let's see how they're comparing to our actual weapon here, which is actually fairly upgraded at this point. Which, you know, that guy just went fucking crazy. Yeah, no, these are significantly better. So actually, I think we're just going to put those away for right now until if I can get them upgraded. I know that they end up being fairly strong. In particular, they end up doing a decent chunk of damage, and the speed that they attack at is pretty nice. But fuck it, I guess we have to stick with this. I can't have every single fight we get into take all of my Estus to do. Like, it's just not acceptable. Unacceptable almost entirely. Like, it's too much. Too much. Nice part's that you can, if you get good enough at fighting those dudes, you can farm them for embers. There we go. That is a sentence in English. But, you know, we'll get to that. We'll talk about farming and what to do about that later. This is not a mimic. You can tell because, again, the chain. I always point it out because it's very important to remember how to tell whether or not something's a mimic. Worst case scenario, you can always just hit it if you're super concerned about mimics. Those are Titanite chunks, which are super valuable because that means we can upgrade this weapon further as we get in here a little bit more. The game is louder than I remember it being. In particular, like, just the sound effects are super loud. What the hell with that? Yeah, there we go. That's a little better. I don't remember switching that up to 3. I must have accidentally done it while I was messing around with some of the brightness settings. I noticed the game was a little dark yesterday, so I upped the brightness a little bit. But, you know, has its ups and its downs. Off you go. Alright. Up this thing, there's a bunch of shield guys and stuff. Over there, there's a dude behind this thing. Which, you know, if you time it out right, you can get that guy dead before he does anything. You can see the dude hanging off the thing right here. There's a couple of them. Hit this side over here so to make those guys fall off. It's a lot more in your interest. This place is rich in Titanite chunks. It's rich in all sorts of Titanite-based. Oh, that's some chug. Sorry about that. Dark Souls has some performance issues. Particularly on the PC version, it has a lot of performance problems. Up there, you can see that asshole up there. He's going to jump down here and try to axe my ass. We can get his axes, and they are a paired weapon, for the record, so we might actually end up getting and using them if we can. I wouldn't mind using them. They're a heavier dual weapon than like the ones we've been using this whole time. But, you know, we're fine. That guy died like a bitch. So many Titanite chunks. Oh, I'm going to get this. That twin sword's going to be so upgraded. It's going to be so good. And then we just need to get a Titanite slab to get them to +10, and we'll be Gucci. All right. Hit that. Good to go. This is the Winged Knight set, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. Winged Knight set's super fucking heavy. It looks cool. You got wings on your back while you're wearing it, which is kind of cool. The Sacred Blue Shield, I think that's the Sacred Blue Shield of Warding or something like that. I don't remember. We haven't really gone over the shields very much because I haven't been using them. The golden, all of the small shields are terrible, and you shouldn't use them unless you're going to parry with them. In which case, do that. Sacred Bloom Shield, you can parry spells, and you can also parry regular stuff. But if somebody like shoots a spell at you, you can bounce it back at them. All of these, like the wooden shields and stuff, are pretty bad. The War God's Shield isn't that bad. It does allow you to use your weapon skill, but so does the Silver Eagle Shield, the Silver Eagle Kite Shield, which is just a better version of that shield. Spike Shield's not bad. You can hit people with it. This is the weapon that makes doing a shield-only run worthwhile, because it's actually pretty decent. Dragon Crest Shield's one of the best shields in the game. Blocks fire damage. It blocks 100% physical. It's got really good stability. The Silver Knight Shield, it's also pretty good. The Shield of Want is actually, I think it might actually be the best shield in the game. Its armor to weight ratio, its stability to block ratio is fantastic. And then obviously the Great Shields are all super good too. The Great Shields are really good, but they're heavy. That's the kicker with them. So if you're able to shoulder the weight and still, like, you know, dodge roll and shit, more power to you, man. Great shields are great. They are great shields. You gotta be careful up there. That asshole up there, he throws Estus blockers at you. And if you get hit by one of those, you won't be able to drink Estus flasks for a little while, which normally isn't a problem, but it can be in this area where you get swarmed pretty hard. And if you're like me, where you drink a lot of Estus while fighting, it can get pretty nasty if you're not careful. Kill Halberd Man, Sword Man, not bad. You got to just be careful. The big ones you have to be careful about are there's a lot of enemies that are much larger than you in this area. And if you get Estus blocked while that's going on, that's bad. These crossbowmen shoot explosive crossbow bolts, which is why I'm exploding. They hurt a lot, and they also cause you to get staggered, which I also would caution you against. So many Titanite chunks. Yeah, if you're looking to upgrade your weapon, this is the area that you're gonna end up in eventually. Titanite chunks abound in this area. Abound. So many Titanite chunks. So little time. Watch out for Axeman. I forgot you were there. That scared the shit out of me. Axeman will fuck you up super hard if you're not careful. So just be advised. Be advised, be advised, be advised. I really hope that the frame rate doesn't go to hell during this next part. I mean, it's probably going to, because the dragons are big, scary, and they have a lot of animations, and they shoot a lot of particle effects all over the place. But, I'm sorry about that. There's nothing, I can't do anything about it. That's just how Dark Souls runs. It runs like this even when I wasn't playing it with OBS running. And it might be something to do with my processor starting to show its age. It's having trouble, like, playing Dark Souls. But it's pretty bad. The frame dips get pretty nasty in here. But we'll deal with it. Red-Eyed Spearman, watch out for him. He hits like a truck. He's a spearman, so he's already kind of a pain in the dick. Which, you guys know my feelings about Spearman here. I just love him. He's my favorite guy in the whole world. Ow. Ow. It has nothing to do with the fact that his reach is fucking ungodly. Ow. Ow. Please stop. Please just stop for like 10 seconds so I can get away from you. Don't go over the bridge. Don't get hit by the dragons. That'd be bad. Oh, here come the dragons. Alright. Well, okay. So, there it is. Yeah, so, be careful while you're crossing that bridge. The dragon fire does hurt. A lot. We will be killing the dragons, and I'll be showing you how to do that at some point. Well, as soon as we get through this area right here. But, come down here. We'll be getting that item later. I believe that's an Estus shard, or that might be an undead bone shard, I don't remember. Down there is a Ratman, so actually, while I'm thinking about it, let's get that with the Drang Hammers before I forget. We also need to switch out some of our armor. We will switch out the brass armor to something slightly lighter. The Elite Knight armor is fine. There we go. Because the Ratman down there, he's one of the big, horrible red Ratman, the ones that, like, bite your ass and do a ton of damage. Don't fuck around. Just kill him. Kill him before he turns. That's the best way to fight them in general, is to kill them before they turn. Because if you can kill them, if you can kill the man part before he turns into Ratman, the Ratman will never spawn, which is in your favor. Ow. Okay, easy does it. Just roll. We're good. We're fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Ow. Yeah, Ratmans are not easy to fight. Use a fire weapon. It's your best shot. I know the Ratmans are very loud, and I apologize about that, but I mean, he's dead now, so now he's not making any noise, so now you can go about your peaceful existence here. Break this open. There's an item. Lightning urns. Lightning urns are good. They're like the they're like fire bombs, except with lightning instead of fire. This this guy is leading you into a trap, for the record. So you just gotta be a little extra cautious when dealing with crystal lizards. Most of them are set up in order to bait you into traps, so you know, keep that into consideration when you go chasing after a crystal lizard. There is another set of ambushes. They come up behind me, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yep, there they are. Always kill the ones behind you before the ones in front of you, because there's normally more of them behind you than there are the ones behind in front of you. Will you please stop? You're a dick. Alright, there we go. Drink up. Grab some items up here as well. I went down there literally just to kill that Ratman, because he can hit you while you're on that like little balcony. Watch out for Beyblade Man here. We fought one of his kind earlier in the game, but these ones are a little bit tougher because we're a little bit further in the game here. So just keep your wits about you. Try to get as many butt stabs as you can. Be careful, because there is... Okay, there we go. There is an Estus Blocker Man down there who is throwing Estus Blockers at us right now, as you can probably hear it. If you can't see it, you probably hear it. Just keep backstabbing the guy. If you have the Ruby Eye of Aldrich on, use that, because it's super good against those guys. I mean, it's super good in general, but against those guys in particular, it's good because you can backstab the shit out of them. Fuck this guy. Die in a fire, my friend. And then we loot this. Large Titanite Shard. Nice. Again, if you're not up to Titanite chunks yet, it's a good place to farm. Anywhere with soldiers. Anywhere with knight type characters is a good place to farm. I think we're doing alright. Alright. I don't want to rest at the bonfire because I killed Ratman specifically to avoid having him like kill the shit out of me while we're doing this part here. Yeah, just drop down here. We'll get that later, but we'll do it after I kill the dragons, so that way we can do it a little bit safer that way. There's another Estus Blocker Man in this area. Oh, what the hell? That went right through the tower. Bullshit. There's an Estus Blocker Man up there. I'm just gonna run past this area and dodge roll a whole bunch to get by all these people, because I want to kill Estus Blocker Man before I have to fight Big Axe Man and stuff. Which, you know, is advisable. Keep in mind, while doing the backstab animation, you are indestructible. You cannot be harmed. Well, I guess you're invulnerable, not indestructible. Indestructible is you can be harmed but not killed. Or, like, you can be attacked and damaged but not broken. Or you just can't be damaged at all. I don't know. That's always been sort of like an area of contention for me, is like, what does indestructible versus invulnerable mean? But we'll get there in a minute. Down here, there's another one of the Outrider Knights. We'll get back to that as soon as we get rid of the dragons, because it'll make running back here easier. The like 4,000 or 5,000 times I'm gonna die to that dude. But I will show you exactly how to kill these dragons. So first things first, wait for the dragons to stop breathing fire. Step 1. Step 2, run this way as fast as you can. If you're wearing fire resistance gear, all the better. You'll take less damage rolling through here, like that. Drink here before you enter this room, and then climb this ladder. This ladder right here. Hello! Punch that guy off the ladder there. Alright, that guy's gone too. Come over here and kill these dudes before you try to attack the finger. You guys probably saw that there's a big glowy dragon finger over here. Deal with that guy in a second. Hold on. So come over here. Hit the finger. Hit the finger. There we go. You can kind of see, like, the rat man, like, attached to it. The dragon is now dead. But the rat man spawns. And we can roll past the rat man, I thought. There we go. Yeah. And then you just come over here, and it's fine. You can hit the rat man from the back without having to worry about getting hit by him at all. I actually don't think the rat man can hit us back here at all. And it can't move. So, you know, take that into consideration when you're doing this combat. There you go. Easy peasy. Now he's dead. The dragon disappears. We got 2 Titanite chunks and 2 embers. Fantastic. We also get a large Titanite shard from the rat. And both dragons are now dead. I don't know why both dragons drop dead when you do this, but both dragons drop dead when you do this. I'm not going to complain about it. That's for certain. That's for true. So let's go this way. Pick up this item, Titanite chunk. So many Titanite chunks. This area is super rich in them. So that's why, like, it is super nice because it is a nice place to get upgrade material, which up to this point has been kind of rare. Especially Twinkling Titanite. Twinkling Titanite. If you're using the Erethiel sword, that's Titanite scale, super good. If you're using the Erethiel straight sword, the ice straight sword we got off the first Outrider knight that we fought, the Iceman from like episode 2 or so, maybe episode 3. That guy. If you're using that sword still, those items are used to upgrade it. Then we'll come down here, grab this item. We're going to go back and heal. It is an undead bone shard, so actually super worth getting, because Estus plus 8, I think 8 might be the most that you can get upgraded to in this one. It might be 9. I don't think it's 10. I don't think it's 10. I think it's either 8 or 9. But once we get all of that stuff, now the dragons are dead, it's now super easy to, like, cut through to do, you know, do the rest of the area. Because now we don't have to drop down. We don't have to go through what amounts to be one of the worst sections in the game is that little area over there where the halberd man the area that's like right down in this area over here, over there, you can kind of see it like right there. That area is the worst. The combination of enemies that they throw at you in that space is very difficult to deal with. Like, I have trouble dealing with it. I mostly just run past it now. But, you know, your mileage may vary. All right, let's take care of this guy, and then we're going to go down and fight the Erethiel, the Outrider Knight, right now, probably. Just because I know we're not going to get to another boss at this rate. The Dragon Knight, or the Dragon Slayer armor's a little outside of the place where I'm able to get to right now. But we can kill Outrider Man, which will be tons of fun, because this will be a little bit of sweet revenge from the first time we fought him, because we're now much stronger than we used to be, and we also get our weapon a little bit more, which is nice. Or he'll kick my ass. One of those two, you know. I just need him get him to, like, stop moving for a second so I can heal. There we go. That was a good attack. We had to give up some a period of damage in order to heal ourselves, but that's okay. All right, just stay cool, man. Get it? Stay cool, because he's made of ice. Ow! Frostbite's bad. The effect is it's essentially mini bleed plus a stamina hemorrhage. It makes your stamina regenerate slower. I don't know if the Calarthy ring counteracts that effect or not. It seems to. It seems to have returned my stamina regeneration to normal, rather than, like, the hampered version that it's supposed to be because of this guy. The big thing about this guy is just don't get greedy. If you're going to get greedy, make sure you're going to stagger him. I have no idea how to determine that, so you're on your own there, but if you're going to do it, do that. The Erethiel Rapier is super good. There we go. But neither of these are mimics, and I think they both... Spiritual Crest Shield is super good. I think that blocks magic. I think that's the magic one. We got a Titanite Scale as well, which is also super good. And we got... What is this? Twinkling Titanite, which is good. I'm hitting these because I can't see the chain. It's all muddled up by the rubble. Lots of Twinkling Titanite. Alright. Totally worth it. I don't think this is a secret. Nope, it is not. It was a lie. That man lied to us. This room's totally worth doing if you can manage it. The Ethereal Rapier is really, really good. If you're doing a straight weapon run, this is one of the better ones. First of all, it causes frost when you use it, which is good. You know, because you know rapiers are pretty good. I would be interested in doing a rapier run just because like, it is something that could be fun. This one's got Shield Breaker as its like weapon ability, if I'm not mistaken. And Shield Breaker is not bad. Not bad in the sense that like, you know, you can definitely make use of it. It's definitely not outside the realm of possibility. Be careful around these. Any of the barrels that have rope on them are explosive, and if you get hit by a fireball, a fire grenade near any of them, it will explode and do tons and tons and tons of damage to you. My recommendation actually is to climb this ladder right here, and then like wait for this guy to just pass right through him, then whack him off. Not whack him off like, you know, but, you know, get him off my ladder. This is the easier way to do it. If you try to go up the staircase, you have to deal with a bunch of assholes. And if you do it this way, the assholes have a tendency to come towards you rather than you going towards them, which is nice. Don't forget you can plunging attack off of a jump, as you just saw me demonstrate right there. There are items down there. There's also a mimic up at the top of the staircase. So be advised. Be advised. Be advised. Be advised. Be advised. Alright, this guy's dead. We're doing pretty good. We're actually making pretty decent progress. We might be able to make a run at the Dragon Slayer armor if we can get real good at it. Well, if we can get good forever here. I want to kill all these guys because the mimic fight, it's a dog mimic, and dog mimics are unpredictable on a good day, so to speak. Try not to hit the mimic on accident while you are clearing these guys out. That would be a recipe for disaster. And also smash up all the furniture so you don't get stuck on it, which is good. All of these things are good. Always prep your combat arena if you can. Alright. Easy does it. Try not to stay in front of the mimic and try not to get too far away from it, or you risk the dog doing the biting attack at you. If he does that attack does count as a grab, for the record. Like if he like lands on you, it counts as grabbing you. Does too much damage. Those Titanite scales are going straight into the Boreal Dancer sword. I don't know. I'm torn. So I want to do the Boreal Dancer swords, right? That's what I want to do. But I also really like. I think they might be trash. And so I am interested in doing the Farron Greatsword again, because it does. Apparently, I didn't know this. Did you know the Farron Greatsword does bonus damage versus abyssal targets? So anybody that's like part of the darkness, Aldrich is considered an abyssal target, so the weapon's actually super good versus him. These guys are kicking my ass. Ah! Well, we died. That's alright. Dying's part of the game. I'm a little pissed off we died to these assholes, but we died. It was my fault. I tried to strike through their attacks, which was folly. I should have kept rolling. That's okay. Yeah, but so I'm torn, because I want to use the Farron Greatsword, because I think it might be better than the Boreal Dancer weapons, but the Boreal Dancer weapons are the weapons that I set out to do for this Let's Play. The conception of the Let's Play started when I saw them, and I was like, I should do a run where I only use twin weapons. And, you know, I feel weird moving away from that idea, because that's like the whole reason we're here is because I had that idea while watching my brother play. Because Antonio did a dexterity build, and you know, he used the Boreal Dancer swords to semi-good effect because of that. Because they actually have very good scaling for, if you're a pyromancer, they actually have very good scaling for you, because they scale off of intelligence and faith really well. I think they're C-level intelligence and faith scaling. D. It's D across the board. So if you're playing a Pyromancer, they're actually super good for you because you have those stats anyway. But you know, that's what I originally was interested in doing. The Farron Greatsword was also on my radar, but I don't like greatswords. Which is a me thing. Like, the greatswords are fine, generally speaking, but I don't like greatswords very much. They're a little too slow, which is odd because Dark Souls is the only game where that's the case. I got the item, so I actually don't need to go over there anymore. So let's go this way, towards progress. All right. First things first. Throw the switch right here. It opens up that gate right there, which is at the end, like it's on the far side of the dragon area. Down here is gonna be, this is gonna get rough. Okay, so you guys are gonna, we might end up lion stratting our way through this. Greatsword Man here is one of the harder enemies in the game for me to kill. I'm really bad at fighting him because his attack patterns are erratic. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cheat a little bit. We're gonna use some, we're gonna abuse some AI faults in the Dark Souls enemies. So if you come outside, right here, I believe, is where his AI breaks off, right? It's at that corner right there. So what you can do is you can just dodge his attacks and wait for him to back up. And then what'll happen is that you can get in there and like lay into him a little bit. But the nice part's that it keeps the priest men away from you, and you can always just back up past where his if you get like super hurt, you can always back up outside of his aggro range and heal, and he won't chase you, which is like super good, like super duper good, like almost unfair good. That's why we're doing it. See, like, I'm hurt, so I'm just gonna back the hell up. He'll go back to his aggro range. I come back into aggro range. I kick the shit out of him a little bit more, and we're good. It's a strategy. If you're really having trouble with these guys, you can do that. It also works on the priest guys as well, for the record. Stop that. Alright, there we go. Not bad. Not bad. It works on Spearman there as well, I think, but you have to run further back for Spearman. But you don't have to fight Spearman at all. If you stay on the staircase, he never aggroes for some reason. I'm not really sure why that's the case, but he just doesn't. So we're gonna sneak by Spearman because I don't feel like fighting Spearman because he's the worst. That's my way of dealing with this area. If you're really having trouble with the Lothric Knights, that's what I would suggest doing. They're assholes. Like, don't get me wrong. Don't feel any shame for abusing the game. The game is stacked so horrendously against you that, you know, you should do whatever you need to do to survive. All right, we got Egon, who I thought hated us, but I guess not. Rusted coin, not bad. Got a Tight Knight scale, another one, which is good. It's good. What up, Egon? You mad? No, he ain't mad. Egon's probably who we're going to use to fight the Dragon Scale armor. The Dragon Slayer armor is tough. And not like, you know, baby tough, but like tough. That is definitely a player, by the way. I'm just going to point that out. Is that no, it's an item. Let's grab the item. The Dragon Slayer armor is super tough. And not in a fun way. Up here is also where the Sunlight Altar is. I'll show you guys where to do that after we make a run at the Dragon Slayer armor. No, that is also a player. Alright, Egon, are you coming this time, bud? Okay, don't fuck around, man. I need you. Dragon Slayer armor is not that hard. The big things you need to be careful about are that his attacks do an extraordinarily large amount of damage if you get hit by them. My recommendation, and it's a strong recommendation, is to get 1 or 2 hits in and then move away from him. His attacks have a very large, very obvious tell. Like, it's very clear when he's going to do, like, when he's going to hit you. Just try not to get shield bashed. That's the fastest of his attacks, and don't let him knock you off the ledge. If you're using a shield, blocking some of his attacks will knock you off the ledge. There is a shield in the game that blocks a lot of lightning damage. I don't remember where it is. I found it before, I just don't remember where it is off the top of my head right now. We might actually have it. It might be the spirit tree shield. Watch out for that attack. That thing will instant kill you if you don't have an extraordinarily large amount of HP or are very resistant to lightning damage. There are sets of armor that are very good versus lightning, just like there are sets of armor that are good versus fire. You can equip them. I would recommend it. A lot of them are physically adept suits of armor, which is nice. But we'll get there. We'll get there at some point. The big thing you need to worry about is that his dragon buddies are flying around outside the arena. You can kind of see them. They kind of look like wicker people out there. They do some shit. The one on the right there is about to do the eye beam. You just need to not be where the eye beam... Like, don't stand on those little points, okay? Move out of the way of that. Remember, always try to roll towards your opponent. Only roll to the left or the right or backward if you absolutely need to. You're more likely to get hit if you do that than if you roll towards them. Or to the right or the left. Basically, it goes forward is the safest, followed by right, followed by left. And not for any particular reason other than, like, you know, right and left. I happen to be right-handed. I died! I died because I tried to heal next to the boss. Don't do that. Let Egon take the just keep rolling and let Egon take the aggro next time. I'll do that. We'll be fine. We can make another run at it, I think, because I think we can beat it on this episode if we try really hard. Am I wearing stuff that's good against lightning? What's my best lightning gear right now? The black iron set's actually not bad, but we won't be able to roll if I do that. The elite knight set's actually super good against our lightning. Well, not super good. Like 4.5 is pretty good. You want to strike a nice balance between physical armor and the resistance that you're looking for when you're picking armors, basically. I think the Fallen Knight set might be better. No, the Drang set's actually super good. Alright, Drang gloves. 2.3 is not bad. Fallen Knight set's better, I think. Well, at least for gloves it was. Let's do... And then we'll do Drang shoes, 7. 7's not bad. 7.4. That'll put me over 60. Nope, we're good. This is the set of armor we're going in with. Yeah, switching up your armor can help. Getting resistances down is a good thing. That guy does do a lot of physical damage, but you'd be surprised how much of the damage actually comes through from the lightning attacks that he's hitting you with. Normally, it wouldn't be enough for me to suggest wearing armor in particular that deals with that particular type of damage, but in this guy's case, there's a lot of lightning damage is coming through and hitting you. The Lothric Knight set's not bad against lightning. You want to stay away from plate stuff, because plate stuff has a tendency to be bad. If you have the Black Iron set, apparently the Black Iron set's super good. If you have the fortitude to wear it, you know what? More power to you, man. Because holy crap, that set is heavy. Let's go grab Egon real quick before I forget. I do think I want Egon because it'll make my life easier, not because I need him, for the record. And we actually look kind of cool. We kind of look like we look like what I imagine a medieval knight looks like, or like somebody from Game of Thrones. My watch has ended. I'm not the Lord Commander anymore. British. Yeah, but you guys saw that this guy's not that hard. The second phase is the hardest phase after he does that, like, tornado attack. He just gets a lot faster, and the dragons start attacking you, and they can really throw you off if you're not careful. He appears to be resistant to my weapon, which I just smacked him with my hand, which was not a very good reflection of how much damage I'm going to be doing to this guy. I don't remember. I think this guy's, like, bad versus frost or something. But there aren't any weapons that do frost damage in the game. Technically, the Erethiel Rapier and the Erethiel Sword do frost damage, but they don't cause, like... Frost is a status effect, not a damage type, basically, is what I'm getting at here. Alright, back the hell up. don't get hit by that one. If you're going to avoid any of his attacks, that one's the one to avoid. All the other ones you'll probably survive. That one will definitely kill you. I've only ever seen one person survive it, and he was wearing, like, hovel armor. Which, yes, I appreciate that hovel set comes after this thing, but work with me here. The guy probably came back and did PvE stuff to farm. We did stagger him a little bit. You guys probably heard it, like, whenever he, like, fell down, and I was making... It makes, like, that hollow, like, thunk noise whenever I hit him. That means that they were staggered. I don't know if you can visceral attack this guy. If you can, it would be news to me, so... You know, take that into consideration. But, you know, you just gotta wail on him. Is a boss fight all about wailing on the boss? Let's let Egon take some of the aggro here. I'll heal up a little bit. There we go. We're almost done. We're almost there. Good work, Egon. Ooh, that was a nasty hit. A terrible blow. Alright, fuck yo, dragon. And fuck you. Yeah, that's a dragon, apparently, by the way, for the record. Alright, Soul of the Dragon Slayer armor. The two weapons you can make is his big-ass shield and his big-ass axe thing that he was using on us. Both of which are pretty decent if you're using the strength build. The shield blocks a lot of lightning, if I'm not mistaken. Or blocks a ton of fire, sorry, not lightning. I think the axe can be... the axe's weapon skill is it like gets crackling with lightning and you slam it down. That way is progression. That is the Grand Archive. We'll be going that way soon, but not on this episode. We're gonna go finish up this upper area of Lothric Castle here, and then we'll probably call it quits. I'm just gonna show you guys how to get through this door and get to the Sunlight Shrine. If you are playing for PvP or PvE, yeah, PvE. You want to play with other players and you want to have fun. You want to do some jolly cooperation. That would be what my recommendation would be. Let's go ahead and do this. Slam on that guy right there. Just get behind him again. It's hard to... This dragon, it's hard to see what it is you're doing, but you really do need to be behind the rat, not to the side or, you know, what have you. But you really want to be behind him if you can manage it. Alright. Killing both dragons nets us some nice upgrade material, which is why I'm doing it. I think this one gives us chunks. Yeah, chunks and embers, which are great. And then a large Titanite shard, obviously. And we get whatever this is. Soul of Crestfallen Knight, which is actually super good. It's a very high-value soul item. You pop it, get souls. This is a Mimic. I believe this Mimic has the Sunlight Shield, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it the Sunlight Straight Sword? I think it's the Sunlight Straight Sword. Which is if you've played Dark Souls 1, that is Solair's weapon from Dark Souls 1. Solair's the guy you've probably seen if you've not played Dark Souls 1. He's the guy from all the memes, the Jolly Cooperation guy. This is his sword. It upgrades with Twinkling Titanite. It does carry one of the best weapon skills in the game, in my opinion, which is you get buffed temporarily. And it's not like a small buff. It's like a massive buff. It's the Oath of Sunlight buff, which is a thing that normally you have to get you have to join the Sunbro Covenant in order to get, and I think you have to turn in like 5 or 10 medals in order to get it. Which then it's a miracle. But if you aren't going a faith build, the Sunlight Straight Sword it's a decent weapon, and then it also has the best weapon skill in the game, in my opinion. Because all the other weapon skills are kind of junky. Stomp is pretty good, which you have if you use the club. Basically, you stomp your foot and you gain, like, you do, like, a little bit of damage, and you can, like, hit people with it. Which you can use to stun lock. But even that's, like, meh. This one actually, like, physically buffs you for a while. Tons of Titanite chunks up here. I forgot that there were so many Titanite chunks. These guys both fire explosive bolts. I would not suggest fighting Axeman while they can shoot at you. Bait Axeman across the bridge. That's your best option here. Fighting Axeman by himself is already sort of a pain in the ass. Having these two assholes fire explosive crossbow bolts at you is worse. Just bait him over the ledge of the building here, so that way you're protected from crossbow bolts, and you should be good. Because he's not that hard to kill, but he is hard to kill if you are taking crossbow bolts to the back while you're fighting him. There you go. Ow. Because the crossbow bolts do stagger you, which means that they do throw off your rhythm if you're not careful. There we go. These guys do die in 2 hits, apparently. I was not aware that we were that strong at this point, but there you go. Slide down this ladder. Come down here. This whole area is not that big. If you want to explore and poke around, be my guest. It's not that bad. The Knight's Ring increases your strength while you're wearing it. So if you have a weapon that you almost have the strength requirement to wear, and you want to wield it, but you don't want to put more points into strength for some reason, that can be how you do that. If you're playing a Pyromancer, you can use that ring to be able to wield the Demon Fist, which is a super good weapon for Pyromancers, because this Demon's Fist scales super well off of Faith and Intelligence, as well as Strength. It has one of the highest strength scalings in the game, but it also wields super well off of Faith and Intelligence. It's one of my favorite weapons. I used it to beat the game. I actually built it because out of love. How much strength do I have? So, like, yeah, so I can't wield the Demon Fist right now, but if I equip the Night Ring, I can. See, so now I can wield these things. This is my favorite weapon in the game, because when you punch, when you do the L1, you can just keep throwing punches like that over and over and over again, and it's the best. The Titanite scales are super good. This is the Sunlight Altar. You can pray here. You get the Praise the Sun emote. When you do that, you can offer Sunlight Medals. I have 2 from picking them up throughout the course of the game. Like, you find them around. The first one we found was near the Estus Soup in the Undead Settlement when I got the Sunbro Covenant item near the Estus Soup inside of that house. And the second one we picked up, it was right there. That guy right there, that dead dude over there. The Demon Fist is also a paired weapon, so it does technically count towards what I'm allowed to use during the playthrough here. I'm probably not going to. I'm going to stick to... You know what? Actually, I might use it instead of the Drang Hammers, because it does technically... It's a fire weapon. So it does do fire damage when you hit people with it. So, you know, maybe we'll use it instead of the Drang Hammers from now on. It's one of my favorites. I'm tickled pink by the fact that we have it. But that is going to do it for this episode. So thank you all so much for watching. If you guys have a suggestion, let me know what you guys think between using the Boreal Dancer swords and the Farron Great Sword. We have tons of Titanite scales now, so I might be able to do both. But, you know, I would prefer to do... I want to do what you guys would think would be the most entertaining. I know Scooblin wants me to do the Farron Great Sword. Because he suggested it. So maybe we'll do that, and we'll see about getting the Boreal Dancer sword upgraded after the Duke's Archive. Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do. All right, but with that, I'm gonna call it quits for this episode. So thank you all so much for watching. Leave your thoughts down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.